Hi, I'm Aryn Morell, winemaker at Matthews Estate, and today we're going to be trying the 2009 Columbia Valley Red Wine Blackboard Edition. Again, this is the wine that we give a portion of the proceeds to education foundations throughout the state of Washington. This is the third vintage of the Blackboard wine. We did a Syrah in 2007, we did a Blackboard Red Wine in 2008, and again a Blackboard Red Wine in 2009. The major difference you're going to see between 2008 and 2009 is really the vintage change. 2009 was incredibly hot, both on the eastern half of the state and the western half of the state. So wines are going to be riper, they're going to have more texture, the aromatics are going to be more forward, and as a result, probably a lot more drinkable when they're young. You know, people are going to open bottles of wine, pour them, and will not have to wait any amount of time for them to open up and get better. They're going to basically be ready to go upon purchase. And this wine is probably no different than that. You know, we typically have a decent amount of Cabernet. There's not quite as much as the 2008, which had 68%. There's only a little over 40% Cabernet in the 2009, but it honestly shows the Cabernet more than 2008 because it was just a much riper year, and as a result, Cabernet thrived much better than the other varieties, which is probably a little too hot for Merlot, maybe not quite too hot for Cab Franc, but it was perfect for Cab Sauv. So Merlot becomes more of a background noise in this wine, and Cabernet comes up, and that's probably good for a lot of you buyers out there because that's what most people prefer. And in this particular wine, that Cabernet presence does not show up in tannic structure. It shows up in just pure texture because it was so ripe that we didn't actually have to worry about getting any green tannin structure off of some of the vineyards that we have. Everything got completely ripe, so we get a lot of texture forward. There's a lot of top to bottom. There's a lot of density on these wines. So it certainly is going to be a good one for you to start drinking. This comes out late summer 2011, and we'll give it a quick smell. You know, contrary to Merlot-driven wines, which are going to be more subtle and feminine, they're going to show more strawberry, red, and black currant tones. This is plum jam. This is cassis. This has got a lot of that kind of dark mocha spice to it. And it's not overbearing, but it is incredibly showy. And I think this is going to be a great wine for probably the next 4 to 6 years, and will show very similar to this for probably the next 2 to 3 years before some of the fruit begins to die back a little bit. And I think even once some of that fruit begins to pull back, the wine will probably become slightly more balanced. And not that it's off balance now, but for those of you who love youthful, fresh, fleshy young wines, this is the one for you. So for $22, it's a spectacular buy. We'll give it a quick taste. It's ripe, opulent, but not overdone. The thing I love about Washington is that we still get great acidity, even in warm years. We're never going to get the real fruit bomb. And we at Matthews do not try and make wines like that. We try and give ourselves ripeness, but with balance. There's great acidity, there's great structure to it, but there's plenty of lively texture to it. So it's going to be a great wine for you guys to enjoy for the next few years. So late summer, early fall, go to Matthews Estate Tasting Room in Woodinville to get this wine, or at matthewsestate.com.